And I'm live on YouTube. So today I want to talk about the 5 key sections you need to have on your home page. So we'll get into that in a few minutes. My name is Genevia. I am a copywriter slash beauty founder turned web designer at H.B Lighthouse, which is a design studio, a web design studio. I design websites for health and beauty brands that are looking to launch or redesign their existing website on Shopify. So today I wanted again to talk about the 5 sections that you need on your home page, on your e-commerce website. So as you know, your homepage is one of the most important web pages you have on your website, alongside the product page, where folks actually go to learn more about the product and can also add it to cart. And so to optimize your homepage, you can also have buttons on your the homepage that allows customers to add to cart. So that is a great example of optimizing your homepage. But this is not just about adding to cart and products and things like that. This video is going to be about the sections that you need to have on your home page so that it can create a really great user experience for your customers, that they can understand what your brand is, why they should be buying from you, and so forth. So, again, the first thing that people land on when they get to your website, when they get to www.yourwebsite.com, they're going to get to your homepage. That is what it's called. And so this homepage needs to tell a story. So these 5 different sections that I'm about to go into is going to help in telling that story. Each section plays a part, but the entire page should be telling a cohesive story. So the 5 different sections on your homepage are going to be the hero, brand promise, the offers or process, testimonials, and your blog. Content that lives on your blog should be teased on your homepage. So all these 5 things can really, most of them can go in any order, but the first one should always be the hero. And the hero is going to be that section at the top of your website. And this section should draw attention to your products. It should showcase your products, and folks should be able to know exactly what it is that you sell as soon as they land on your website and see that first hero section. So the hero section is the first thing that you see before you start scrolling. And again, this section should draw attention to your products. This section should also cause people to take an action. So you should have a call to action, which is abbreviated, which can also be abbreviated with the abbreviation CTA. So CTA is an abbreviation for call to action. So you also want to have a CTA at or in the hero section at the very top of your page before folks start scrolling. So this is something like shop now, take the quiz, discover more, view the collection, book the appointment. Those are call to actions. They are action terms that tell people that they need to take this step to learn more, to shop now, to discover whatever the action is. So the other section I mentioned, brand promise. So the brand promise is a section that establishes trust. This is a section that basically tells the readers, the site visitors, what your brand of value is. So you want to communicate what your mission, what your brand promise is, your commitment to your customers, to the brand, what all of that is in this section. So, again, what are your values? Ideally, you want to connect with your target audience in this section because that statement, whatever it is, whatever your promise is going to be the thing that begins to connect with the consumer on a deeper level. So you really want to go deep, whether it is telling um, whatever type of story it is, why you started your brand, and just showcase your promise and your commitment to your target audience. And this section also is what is going to encourage and engage folks to learn more. So once they get to this section or once they see it, they'll continue scrolling. So this particular section can be under the hero section, or it can also be in other areas, maybe like in the middle. It just depends on how you want to tell your story. But obviously, it should be structured in a way that makes sense. And usually, you'll see it at the top of a page, like directly under the hero section, for folks to just learn a little bit more about your brand so they can continue scrolling and learning more about your brand. And I've seen um, some websites that will have their brand promise in a form of a testimonial or a review from like press or something that really encapsulates what their brand ethos is about, what their brand promise is about, which is another good way to sort of establish trust, is having reviews and the press um, rank your product or just have really positive feedback about your product is another good way to establish trust. Um, and it's sort of similar to your brand promise, but like again, the idea of this particular section is establishing trust. So the next thing that I talked about is offers and promise. So this is number 3 for the sections that you need to have on your homepage. So this section is pretty self-explanatory. You are showcasing your collections, your products, and just putting it on full display. So maybe you have a skincare brand and you have products that treat, prevent, and heal. So those are 3 different collections: a collection to treat your maybe acne, a collection to prevent. So maybe you've had flare ups and cases, and now you want something that's going to help you keep them at bay. So maybe you have a collection for that. And then maybe you have a collection for healing. So maybe there are folks who suffer from acne and have lots of scars because of it. So maybe you have a collection that heals some of those scars and fades some of those dark marks. So you need a section on your homepage that sort of showcases what you offer, so your collections and your products, and then the process aspect of it is sort of demonstrating. Wait, I made a note that it is um, telling a special story. So you when it comes to process, maybe there isn't anything special about the production of your products, but if there is, you want to share that process with people. So what is the story behind your ingredients, or do you maybe work with farmers that harvest certain special ingredients in your products, and you work with them closely? Maybe you're paying them a salary to work with you as the farmer, and all of that is a part of storytelling, and all of that is a part of a process as far as like harvesting your ingredients to include in your product formulation. So that's a story that you want to also include on your homepage. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anything. So another thing that you want to do in this section is just demonstrate the value of your products. So you want to demonstrate how they're used. So you can always, like, again, back to the skincare example, before and after photos are very effective. So in this section, maybe you have a before and after of a customer who used your product at the very beginning of their like journey with acne, or not the very beginning of their journey, but once they started using your product, you know, that you can see the before they started using your product, and then you can see the after effects of what happened once they started using your products. And those are always very powerful. And another great way to sort of demonstrate your product value, because you're always wanting to share what problem you're solving. So if you can literally do that with pictures and show the before and after of how your product has impacted somebody, that is a great testament. And then you can also share different ways to use your product. So maybe um, it's a makeup brand, maybe you sell cosmetics, and so maybe you're showing people that they can use um, blush as a highlighter. Maybe there's a couple of different ways that you can use a blush for the daytime and then the highlighter at night, like whatever the case is. Maybe you want to also have some sort of video on your homepage that shows people how to use your products, especially if there's more than one way to use them. Maybe you created a like 5-in-1 product that can be used in various ways, and so you should definitely be talking that up and showcasing it on your homepage. So the other section, the fourth section, is the testimonials. So this is obviously going to also establish credibility. You need to share what people are saying about your product because people want to know that there are real human beings in the world that are purchasing your product, they've used it, and they are achieving the desired outcome, the advertised outcome. If you're telling people, my product is going to do X, Y, and Z, people want to see and know that there are other folks out there that are actually getting those results. So definitely have a section on your website that has content about what people are saying about your products, good or bad. Because if it's good, obviously it's good. But if it's bad, that information, though it doesn't feel good to see stuff like that, it's going to also help you refine your product. It's going to help you make the tweaks that you need to make. It's going to make you reevaluate some things in your business, some of the holes that you maybe didn't see. You're going to start to see them, especially if people are saying the same thing over and over and over again. You need to start tweaking and refining your product, your business, your service, whatever it is, so that you're getting better reviews. But this is a section that's super important because again, people want to know that real folks are using the products. So the last section is your blog. So you don't necessarily want to have your entire blog on your homepage. You just need to have sort of like snippets and excerpts to like get people excited and want to click to learn more or read more, whatever the call to action is or whatever the link is to take you to that particular blog post to learn more. You want to have little like, again, teasers on your homepage that will take people to the blog page. So maybe like three um, little posts that tease certain content. And this is content that is obviously going to nurture your audience. So that is what a blog is typically for. It's just content that you create that helps, teaches, encourages, educates your audience to make a purchase with you, to stay on your website, to engage with you, to contact you, to follow you, to get to know you more, and to ultimately buy your products. And you can do this with how-to videos. You can do this with audio. So maybe you have a podcast or maybe you're a guest on a podcast and you can use that content in your blog. You can have headlines like featured in so-and-so's blog or podcast, whatever the case is, and just really share information with your customers that way. Another thing that I wrote here was did you know? So you can have like did you know facts about your product or ways to use your products or ingredients that are super powerful or ingredients that are part of your formula that are super powerful and beneficial for X, Y, and Z. And tell those stories on your blog through audio, through video, through the written word. And so The main purpose again of a blog is just to have one central place that you can send people to just learn more about your product, to learn or keep up with what you're doing. So maybe you attend a lot of events as a vendor. When I was selling cosmetics as a beauty founder, I attended so many events, and I would always let people know where I was going, what events I was going to be at, so they can come and purchase products in person and avoid having to pay a shipping fee. So that's another way to sort of encourage folks to come, support you, buy your products in person, try your products all in person. So I had my little booth where I was um, literally doing samples so people could test the product. I had like testing I had testing supplies that people could use to try on my matte liquid lipsticks, mirrors. Like I had everything to accommodate the entire process of prepping your lip, trying on the different colors. I had solutions to remove the lip stains because matte liquid lipsticks get very, when they dry. And my lipsticks weren't moving. So like they would really dry and you would have to like use oil or something to remove. I had oil, like I had everything. So that is a good those are the type of events that you want to let people know about on your blogs or on your blog, singular. Um, and blogs are also really helpful with SEO, so search engine optimization, SEO, because blogs, what you're going to do on a blog is you're going to use keywords to have Google rank your website, and that's essentially what SEO does. It helps with ranking and searching. And so when folks type in certain keywords that you're using on your blog and even on your homepage, those are the two areas. I mean, really throughout your website, but those are the two areas that you definitely want to have keywords in, because Google's going to rank your website based on how many people are searching for that particular keyword on your homepage, on your blog page, and also on your product page. In the description box, you want to use keywords there. So, again, providing value and meaningful content. Um, that's going to help folks solve whatever problem it is that you're telling people you're solving. So that is all that I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe down below. There's a button that says subscribe. And when you click on it, there's another button that pops up that allows you to subscribe to this video. Make sure that you like it, a big thumbs up. And follow us on TikTok. I'm on TikTok also making videos. I'm on Instagram. I have an Instagram account, not as active, but I know that will turn around at some point. So go ahead and follow Instagram. And I will see you all in the next video. Of course, if you have questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Ciao.